All right.
Boom. Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? I'm a little under the weather. I apologize. It's not the best time to not be feeling well when it's hot and humid. But I thought we had a really good team win today. Got off to a very slow start offensively, but it was a great example again of what happens when you play really good defense. It keeps you in the game. And so we kept grinding away defensively, and then we loosened them up. I thought we settled too much early in the game for threes. We finally started getting inside of them, got to the basket, got some fouls, and that loosened them up. And then we started making some perimeter shots. I think it's pretty apparent when we outscored them 22-4 in the paint where we were going. I thought Cam got us going in the first half. I thought Damari played outstanding not just offensively, but I thought he played great defensively. He had five rebounds, and same with Cameron. I thought Zach Keller gave us a great lift off the bench. Really, truthfully, at halftime, we just had to address the fact that Nickelberry, I think he had, what did he have, 18, 16 at half? I don't know what he ended up. Maybe I have the wrong stuff. I have the halftime stats here.
Oh, here you go.
I might do the end of the game ones. We did a good job putting him in check in the second half. And I thought the second half we got a little too extended defensively late, and they started getting inside of us a little bit. We adjusted and then, put the game away. So really good team win, a lot of balance. Very proud of my players. And we got a special day tomorrow. We'll do community service here. We'll have a little kids clinic at 10 a.m. for underprivileged kids, which I'm really excited about doing with our team. And then we'll practice in the afternoon and get ready to play the winner of the Georgetown LMU game. After that, I'll open it up for questions.
Do we have any questions for Coach?
Yeah, I've got my hand raised. So,
Sorry, Les.
Coach, walk me through your thoughts on Damari today from here, which I don't know how many miles away I am, but it has to be hundreds. It looked like he not only scored the ball well, but he also played good defense against Nickelberry.
I think he was the best we had on Nickelberry. He had great length. Damari's got really good length. Damari can move his feet. He had a good stick hand. We call that a stick hand and a forward hand on him most of the time. Nickelberry was going to score off the jab and shot. We needed to make him bounce and shoot over length. And Ty and Damian just didn't give him enough size to do that. Cam, Bobby did a good job on him, but I thought Damari was great defensively. He's going to shoot the ball, fellas. I mean, he's going to make shots. I mean, his mom and dad are here. I think that was really good for him, and so a lot of parents are here. And so I think it's good for him to play, but, have family here. And I'm really proud of Damari and fighting through a little adversity early on for himself, but nothing that I was stressed out about ever. I'm his biggest fan. I just have high standards for him, and he knows that. And hopefully this will get him going.
Coach, earlier this season, you talked about getting separation at the 5 and saw that a bit today with Zach Keller. He had over 20 minutes on the floor. Davion only had 4, and Matthew Marsh didn't play at all. And you mentioned that Zach played really well. What did you see from him today? And are you starting to see that separation a bit?
Well, I think it depends on the opponent. And that's what I like about my team. It really comes down to matchups. They weren't very big. They were more of a driving team. So it's going to be a little bit harder for Davion or Matt to play against their 5s, except when they put Josie's in. But Zach's more mobile, and he can guard that. He can really guard in the pick and roll, and they were, that's their deal. They're driving. It's an old school downhill driving cities type basketball game. And then we knew it going in, and we were going to have to really be in those gaps, stripping and ripping, and have a lot of help from the big. And Zach does that. And then he gave us 11 points. And that was, when he does that, that's pretty good. And a couple freshmen played a lot of minutes today, him and Bobby. And I think that's exciting for the future of our program.
Steve, walk me through what's going through your mind as your team starts off the game shooting a robust 2 for 14 from the field, and then you hit 12 in a row, but you don't really get any separation from that because Nickelberry's going nuts.
Yeah, I was beginning to wonder if we were going to set the record for the least amount of points scored in a half at Wake Forest University. I was a little not real excited about that, but I liked the way we were playing defense, and I liked the fact that we were still had great energy. And when we don't allow our offense to dictate how we play, then we're going to be a good team. And I thought they were the epitome of that today, and then finally you went in, and it's gonna at some point. And then it kind of got contagious, and everybody started feeling a little bit better about themselves and just kept getting stops. But yeah, Nickelberry made some. Now listen, he banked one in. He had a couple there were pretty deep. Credit to him, but that didn't last the whole game either. I thought conditioning was a big factor in the game. I thought they got tired. Probably about the 7-8 minute mark, and we put the gas on. And that's credit to Starkey and our team for being in really good shape. Because I thought conditioning was a major factor today.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Congrats on the win. I'm curious, Keller and Bobby through 4 games, if you have like an overall evaluation on what they've done the best and what the main focus is on, where they need to improve.
Well, I think their defense is ahead of their offense, which they should be. They're both pretty dang good rebounders. Zach may not always get them, but he's going to box out. Zach's going to take charges. Zach's going to box. He's going to get up in the ice. He can switch. Bobby's the same way. Bobby can switch on the bigs. He can switch on the guards. You saw that today. Bobby will go chase that ball on the glass. He's got to slow down a little bit offensively. I think he's trying to press a little bit too much, but Bobby's also a very good passer. So he's a good facilitator off the bounce. He got to hurry a couple times around the basket. He should have made a couple easy ones. Hey, he's a freshman. But I'm really pleased with him so far. And I think, again, future's really bright, for both of those guys. They're both big guys. I mean, Bobby's close to 6'10". I mean, Bobby's a good 6'9", and Jack's 6'9", 6'10". Those guys got great length. And if you look at Andrew Carr as a sophomore, those guys are all got a really bright future. Cam, Luke, even Damari, if you want, I don't know what grade he's in, but it's young. Jao hasn't even played yet, and hopefully we'll get him on the court, here, real soon. DB's a sophomore, eligibility-wise. So we got a young team, and I'm excited. But, the old heads are good players. Damian didn't have the best day offensively, but he did have 6 rebounds, and I've been on his butt about rebounding the basketball. So he got 6 of them. That's one of those things you probably don't notice. And then, Ty's a little – he's an energizer out there. He's a good little player.
Coach, you mentioned Ty being an energizer for the team. Over the last 3 games, he's scored over 20 in each of those, and today may have been his best performance. He was far more efficient shooting the ball, going 8 for 14. How important for the team is him really getting into the groove of things, shooting, and then also just kind of running the offense?
I think it's the most important. I was not pleased with him or Damari. I'm sorry, Damian for the beginning of the Utah Valley game because we just didn't have any energy. And I got on him pretty hard about that. And that's not ever going to happen again because those guys are going to feed off those guys. And, especially the younger guys. And I thought they had great energy today. I thought Ty did. Even though Davian's shot wasn't going, he was still playing hard. And those guys feed off of their energy and their productivity. And then how they handle the huddle and how they handle the court communication-wise. And so I thought we had high-level togetherness today, communication on the bench, off the bench, in the game. There was a lot of energy in the building, and that has a lot to do with those guys.
Steve, I know you value greatly starting the game off. The first 4 minutes is vitally important to you. I've seen it in practice. After what I saw you do to start off the second half, are you maybe going to make some changes in that starting lineup moving forward?
Oh, no. It's something I'll definitely consider. I mean, I'm not married to any certain lineup. I thought that lineup we started in the second half gave us a better chance. Nothing against those other guys. I just thought those were the guys that kind of were on the court most of the half anyway. And it would be hard to, it'd be hard to maybe get those guys going again like that. But we'll look at it. And again, I think a lot of it is matchups and who we're playing, what they're good at, what are their strengths, what weaknesses can we take advantage of. I think that goes into it a little bit. I do think that, peanut butter and jelly and Andrew, those guys are going to be hard to get out of there, but they're good. We'll see how we go. I mean, we made a run, I think, with Damian on the bench. I think we went big. I think Damari and Cam, or maybe Bobby or Drew or Zach were all on the court with Appleby, at one point. So I'm not afraid to go that way either. And that's probably something we're going to have to do in the old ACCC when we get there.
Coach, so obviously Ty and Man are very different players, but a similarity I see is not only are they potentially the team's best scorer, but also the best playmaker and passer. Do you see a similarity in, how they approach getting their teammates involved and kind of balancing when to score and when to share it?
Yeah, I think Ty's been very conscientious of getting guys involved because he's such prolific. You have to remember now, he scored 1,500 points before he ever came here. Man came here averaging 6 points a game. Even though he had the scores, I hadn't done it. So it's kind of like they're different in that respect. I think Ty's really concentrated more on trying to get everybody involved, and I appreciate that about him. But there's sometimes it's time to go, and I told him that a couple of times a day. It's like it's time to go now. You need to get aggressive. And Man, I thought Man liked to pass it more than he really liked to ever score it. He was just such a violent downhill player. He couldn't guard him down. When he got in the lane, it was over with. And he was really good at the Barkley where he could drive, backhand, score. That's really not Ty's game. He can do it, but it's not really his game. So I got some similarities, but there's also some differences. And obviously, Man's a lot taller, but I think Ty does a better job of taking care of the ball, to be honest. And no disrespect to Man. I didn't recruit him as the point guard. I recruited him as a wing that became the guy to handle the ball a lot. Ty's a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands, and Davian, and when Jao comes, and there's going to be other guys that can handle the ball with him.
Does anyone else have anything for Coach?
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, we're going to go have some jerk chicken. Probably what else are we going to have? We'll probably have we had jambalaya the other night here. It's very sticky. It's hot. And we're going to have some good food now. And you all enjoy up there in Winston-Salem.
Get better, Steve.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. See you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.